Hello, welcome back. And now we want to continue with this connection here. So I'm picking this from our previous presentation from our previous series. So I'll select this member, select everything here. So since uh, this member, the arrangement is much the same. The arrangement of our profile is much the same. Is this is placed at the back here? There's one turning at the back, turning its back like that. Now I want to copy it all the way to this far end. So what I'm going to do, the moment I pick the components I want to copy, I'll right click and come to spatial copy here and pick on linear. And since I'm not sure of if the distances are the same, what I'm going to do, I'm going to just snap on that spot and snap here and click and just snap there. So the moment you've done so, we want to populate it all the way to this far end. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to add this to that. So what I'm just going to add two of them. So if I click OK, I'll be able to have them in place. You can see here, I have these in place. You can see that. So the next thing I'm going to do, you can see this member still clashing or intruding inside this secondary beam. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to edit, then come to cut. I'll pick on the fitting tool there. Then I want to fit this to this member here. So you'll find that that member is already taken, pulled back and fitted behind this member. So I'll do the same thing here. I want to fit this member to this member. So I'll do the same thing here. So the next thing I'm going to add, I'm going to copy this far end. I'm going to select on this, select on that, then right click and come to spatial copy and pick linear. And I want to select on that, then move all the way to this far end here and click OK. So the moment I click OK, I'll be able to go ahead and modify it further, pull that member and attach it behind this. So I'll go to fitting tool and I want to attach that to this member. Let me right click. The procedure is not accurate or correctly defined. Now I'll pick that, select the member I want to fit, then select the location where you want to fit it to. I want to fit it on that member. So the same thing I'll do here, but you see the arrangement of this profile is not favoring the location of this clit. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to select on this checker plate, right click and come to hide. I'll come to select hide that member. So I'm going to select everything here, select everything, then this I will mirror the other end. So I have to get the mirror point between these two. So to get that, it's very easy. I'll come here and get a dividing point or the midpoint between these 2 points here, between that point, and again I'll come here to get a midpoint between this point and this point. I'll come to points there and pick on dividing points and then pick this. This is specifically for defining the mirror line between these two. So I'll snap on that spot. Then I want to get that point at the end. What we do, I'll come to projected points, press Control and snap on any edge on any point right there, and pick on the point you want to project, and we have a projected point on the other end. So I'll go ahead and select these members. Right click and come to spatial copy. Then we pick on mirror, and I'll snap on that spot to define my mirror line. So the moment I've done so, I'll go ahead and click mirror. So if I mirror that and click close that, if I turn it around like that, I'll be able to see I have my connection in place, but this member still clashing on the other end. So what do we do? We'll come to a fitting tool and a cut all the way from edit, then we pick on the part we want to fit. We want to fit this part to that member. So the fitting hasn't taken place accurately as we had planned. Let me just turn it around and redo it. I'll come to cut, then pick on the fitting, pick on that, then pick the surface you want to fit it onto. Then I'll pick on that spot. So the fitting has taken place. So let me just turn that around and do the same thing here. So on the other hand, I want to do the same thing here. I want to hide this so that I'll be able to see whatever I'm doing this far end. And I'm going to select this, press Control and select that. And I want to copy this here. And since I'm not able to snap at the midpoint here accurately, and to make it accurate, to make an accurate snapping, create an accurate snapping point without any doubt, I'll come to here, I'll come to this point and define or place a midpoint right there. So the moment I create a midpoint there, I'll be able to select this, press Ctrl and select the parts you want to mirror or copy. I'll right click and come to special copy and pick on mirror and on linear and pick on that spot. And I want to pick that spot right there. So the moment I've done so, I'll click copy. So once I've clicked copy, I want to fit this member to this L-shaped angle. So I'll come to cut, pick fitting, and I want to pick the member I want to fit and the surface you want to fit it to. I'll pick on that, and that has been done. Perfect. So the next thing we want to do, we want to mirror. We want to create a midpoint between these 2 points here. So what do we do? I'll come to I'll come to points, then create a midpoint between these 2 points here, since I have a point right there. Since I have a point here. So we'll go ahead and select all these members. Select all these members. Select that, then zoom out and select this, and go ahead and select that, and select that and that. Then we'll come here, right click and come to special copy here and pick on mirror. And to define my mirror will not be, it will work perfectly. So I want to get the mirror point between these 2 points. So how do we get that? It still will not be accurate, and what we want to do is this. We want to get a point here. Since we have this, since we have a mirror point here, a mirror here, let me first do this. I want to create a point here. Get a point right there. It's not showing properly. Let me get a midpoint right here using a divide point, and snap on that spot. So the moment I've snapped on that spot, I want to create another one. So I'm not able to snap in the midpoint here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a midpoint. So let me snap on that spot, Then I want to create another midpoint between these 2 points here. Right click and select on that spot and select on that spot. So I want to define this as my mirror and these 2 points. So I'll come here and come back. Once I've selected all that, I'll right click and come to special copy and pick on mirror. So I want to create my mirror point from this point to that point, and click run. So if I want to click run, I'll be able to copy those connections on the other end, and right away I'll begin fitting my members. So I'll come to cut, fit, and I want to fit this member. I'm not able to see it clearly. I'll turn it around like that. Press Ctrl and hold your right button on the mouse and turn. So I want to fit this to this L profile. So I'll come to cut, pick on that, pick the component, pick the member you want to fit, and then the surface you want to fit it to. It's still not reading it accurately. I'll go back and try it once again. Pick on that, select the member you want to fit, and then the surface you want to fit it to. Let me redo it. Right click and I'll come to fit. I'll pick the member I want to. I'll pick the member I want to fit. Then the surface I want to fit it. That's a wrong procedure. Let me right click once again and go back. Fitting. Fit this to that surface. We will fit that to that surface. We'll again fit this member to that surface. We'll go all the way to fit this to that surface. We'll do all the way and do the same thing here. Fit this member to this surface here. So this is how we do it. Fitting and decreasing the bolts and creating. I think you've learned how to create the bolts, how to further detail your model. So I'll right click and come to special copy and show all and we have our connection in place. So that's how you can work around and in detailing your model. So let's meet then, and the next presentation we'll straight go away to either creating the assembly drawings or a GA drawing, and prior to that we'll go ahead and counter check our model if there's any part we need to modify, and we'll have to do so. Thank you, and let's meet then.